It's 8 o'clock on Thursday. No, today is Wednesday. Are you ready for 2025? We're talking today about what you can do in your business to get ready for 2025. Okay, let's talk about it. We got Black Friday coming up. We got a new year coming up. What can you do in the last of this year and to prepare for next year so you can make it a success? You got business goals, but how exactly do you plan to accomplish them? Hey goalies, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are talking about small businesses. It's if any time is go time, right now is go time. We at the end of the year, we all know the state of what's going on right now. What are you going to do to make your business succeed? It's up to you, and I feel like right now it's time for you to set your game plan. So we're going to talk about great tips you can use to prepare for Black Friday, business planning for 2025, and how to actually accomplish the things that you're putting on the vision board about what you're going to accomplish next year. So we got Anthony with me. Anthony, go ahead, tell them who you are and what you do.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Anthony Weaver, the host of the About That Wallet podcast show, where we help you build strong financial habits so that you can build the confidence in spending money, talking about money, and even sharing your money. Thank you for having me on, Neil.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
You're
Next,
a
we have
Holly blessed indeed.
Ernest. Ernest, let us know who you are and what you do.
Can't take y'all nowhere first. First, let's start there. All right. My name is Ernest Coleman III. I'm founder of E. Howard Co. I help good people take better care of themselves, help them get further faster in the work that they do, really leaning into this world of social venture. So I'm excited to be here, excited to have a good conversation about what it looks like to wrap up the year and kick off next year in the strongest, healthiest way possible. Let's make it happen, y'all.
And me, I'm Nia Adams, financial education consultant. I help businesses and organizations implement and build financial wellness programs to make them interactive, engaging, and practical. So let's talk about exactly what we're doing. Like, have you start prepping for Black Friday? Like, what y'all doing? Are you doing anything for Black Friday this year?
I haven't even thought about it because I was like, for Black Friday, what services and products would actually move for Saturday? So I'm actually looking closer to like for the holiday for Christmas because one of the things that I did create earlier this year, I believe over the summer, and I did this on my live show, which is a 2025 calendar. So I taught people how to create a calendar, put it up on Amazon from soup to nuts on how to make this happen. So obviously this one says not for resale because these are the sample copies that, I was showing people how to order it directly from Amazon. And also I have a calendar, like just a habit journal that I also created, which I don't have a copy right now because I gave it away for somebody's birthday. So yeah, I was like, I created it, just give it away for their birthday and just say like, hey, here you go. And have
Funny
fun.
thing that people don't know is I have journals on Amazon. I have about 4 of them.
Nice.
And they have interesting titles too.
I need to step my game up. All right. Good to
Yeah,
hear.
man.
That's what's up.
Get entry models.
I have a workout. I have 2 workout ones and 2 gratitude journals.
Okay. I don't have journals, but it could be worth an investment. I do have a framework for planning and strategy.
See, you've already said too much. Like it doesn't even take
A framework?
For a journal. A journal is lines.
You just throw a bunch of lines on the paper.
What do you do in a journal? You write.
Oh.
You've already said too much. He said strategy. No, it's their strategy. It's a place for people to be able to write. So my gratitude journal, it has like different sayings and then lines for you to write.
Oh,
I
Ooh,
really
that's
wish I had an extra one over
The
here.
habit tracker. Okay, so you got.
Yeah,
I
because
got
that was mine is. Yeah, that's mine's a habit
no.
journal.
Oh, I could do better. I could log into KDP.
Or you can just go to Amazon because mine
I
is
said I could
Amazon.
log into KDP.
Yeah,
No, so I don't have it under my name.
I know you got yours on there. Well,
um,
Nia, you and I we talked about this.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got it under a pen pal name.
Doing that up. Okay, I got you. Anthony
Yeah,
gave
because
his
I don't
out
want
with
it
the
to
turkey.
be.
Yeah,
It's
mine.
not personal finance. It's not associated with my brand.
Yeah, so for mine, you just look up habit journal Anthony Weaver, and you can find it right there on Amazon.
That's right. That's right. Anthony was passing turkeys out the trunk and the books. You give the journal with the turkey.
Oh, bro, didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah, no,
So
that's a
when you
move. I like that.
yeah, but think about it, I don't even got my name in the journal, so it's like I wanted it to. I was thinking about I should make it a forward and just say like, hey, this is something to help me out during my time frame, and I should do like a forward to the journal.
Okay, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, so these are my books, like my books. These three right here that you see got my name on it.
Mm.
These are
The Briggs. Bring
Yeah.
it up, bring it up.
so. Why y'all?
Cause Anthony's bars he be coming with. He got a mental playlist that just
Oh my
goes.
Don't let him fool you. No, he don't.
No, I know. I'm horrible. Yeah, no, I don't even know the name of the songs.
I got a self-care journal. I got the Reclaiming My Waist 90-day food tracker. I got a daily food. Oh, I got more than 4.
You ain't know what you
Oh,
got.
you
That's how you know you're hustling. You need to take a break.
Hey.
I forgot I had this many of them, but yeah, so I got plenty of them.
Yeah, I need to
these
get on
like
this.
my-
I need to get on this right here.
My real
I'm,
books right there.
I'm taking over Five Below. It's going up.
Yeah. Oh, I would say, Ernest, also one of the things that I helped a lot of people with was Etsy accounts. Because if you look at Etsy right now, huh?
I set up an Etsy account recently, but I can't show y'all that online. I'll show y'all that after offline.
Yeah. So I have one because I was looking at it I was just showing people like, hey, a lot of people right now are downloading things so they can customize stuff for their kids for the holidays. Right now, Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, you kind of already passed that ball already. Right now would be a great time to start planning out for Christmas. So if you start doing your stencils, and they use most Cricut machines because everybody got those machines from last year.
Yeah,
so
my
they want
best
to
friend
do the
got-
stickers.
She got
Right.
all those machines.
So you're gonna need the SVG file format, which
That's what I just
Canva.
did. My Etsy store, I bought the SGP. I put it in the chat. I'm just not gonna say it out loud.
Okay.
Oh,
But
I got you.
I bought the SVG files and I put them on shirts.
Yep. Hey,
the Etsy
get
store.
money.
Hey.
Do it.
You gotta sell a shovel to
But
somebody.
look, did it.
Hey,
Did it.
Did he do it?
wait, I love it.
Right.
New email.
You know what?
Barbara. It's Barbara's store.
There is a
That's the perfect name. First
I
of
love
all, it's a perfect name. I see you.
because one of the things that perfect ways for advertisement, right? So remember Elvis, right? Remember he wasn't such a big guy, like far as popularity or whatever.
Who?
So
Elvis.
his manager created pins that everybody can purchase, saying like, "Oh man, Elvis rocks, Elvis amazing." But he also bought the pins that says Elvis sucks,
Because he's
Elvis a jerk.
he
So
is.
he's getting paid on both ends,
Music. So yeah.
right? So either way, the manager's getting paid. Doesn't even matter. What's going on, Lisa? Thank you for showing up.
Hey Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa.
Yeah, if y'all watching this and haven't said anything in the chat, definitely check out Lisa. She's doing an amazing job with the stocks, hitting it up with the play. I have to say my stock is finally coming to life after 3 years.
So does Lisa make content? Like, what does she do on her platform?
On her platform, she talks about the stocks, like her investments for kid investments and everything.
I was looking for somebody who do that this week, so I've been dipping into like the TikTok trends right now because now we thriving. So I've been dipping into it. Like I gained like 100 some TikTok followers. I gained like 15 YouTube subscribers.
Okay.
But I was trying to help them find a stock person.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell them about Lisa.
Yeah. Especially
Okay.
a woman in stock too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they was looking for.
Oh, perfect.
It was black women looking for a black woman. Like
Lisa, you
exactly.
can tag yourself up in here if you still
Yeah,
watch.
Lisa, if you could drop the link to your channel in the
Oh, she probably can't because sometimes they only weekend as.
oh
So you know what? I got it. I can put it in there.
yeah,
I got
put it
it.
in there for me, and so then I'm gonna copy and paste it so I can go. I'll go put it on TikTok.
You got it. Oh yeah. So far as the yeah, just getting the Etsy store set up. You can say, hey, you can say like people for Trump and then people against Trump at the same time. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Because January is right around the corner.
Facts.
It's on the way.
So
Facts.
get your stuff going. People gonna start printing out things far as like Christmas trees. They might have classes like just want to do stencils for the kids. Use ChatGPT or Mid Journey. Go ahead on and get that in a black and white printout. Hey, you good to go. So make sure y'all do that. I mean, it's a great time. Etsy only charged 20 cents per digital product for a whole year.
Yep.
So even if you sell it for $1, sell one for $1, you made your money back. Like there's no excuse why you don't have it.
The way he just turned his head, like what?
Right.
Listen, I'm like, y'all be putting me on the stuff lately. Listen, first of all, I'm about to log in, find me an Etsy account right now.
And on top of that Etsy account, right? If you have a Pinterest, account, link them both.
Then you can use like ChatGPT, Claudia, whatever you want to call them, and you can find out the right hashtags to put on them. You can get a SEO friendly description, which is what I did. I went on there and got descriptions from them to make sure they were SEO friendly and to help people find them. And so my first day, I didn't have any sales, but I had 12 views the first day. Like I had just literally created it Sunday night and I had 12 views by the time I checked it midday the next day. So what I think I need now, I need somebody to make a couple purchases, get a couple reviews. You know what I mean? I told my friend, I'm like, go buy it. I said, I'll give you your money back. You don't have to get the shirt, but I'll give you your money back, but then write me a review.
Right.
And I said, then that way it'll be like, oh, okay, the person is legit because it's a brand new site. But the fact that I had 12 views and I literally did it at like 9:00 Sunday night, and Monday I had 12 views.
Nice.
So
I
think I was on to something.
That's a quick return. I
signed up for Printful, which I use Printful with my own t-shirts on my own website.
Oh, did you use my referral code for Printful?
I already had Printful. I had Printful.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, we got to support each other. You know what I'm saying?
He's slanging them affiliate links, baby. He's slanging them affiliate links. But I had Printful before I even knew you because I've been had t-shirts on my site. But those are things I don't really talk about. Like it's there to be passive. But yeah, so get into the conversation.
Yeah, get into
Looking at Black Friday, I don't know. And see, this is the important thing. Sometimes you have people who either are like pressuring or like, are you doing something for Black Friday? There's no obligation. Like I'm not personally doing anything for Black Friday this year. I have before, but my focus this year is I'm planning for 2025. So I'm not doing an offer for Black Friday this year. I don't plan on if I come out with any type of sale, it's going to be my course that I already got, and I'm just going to, promote it for Black, but it's not going to be me creating it like this whole launch or anything like that for me personally, because I'm focused on 2025. And that's like, it's no obligation to do it. And sometimes like I felt before where I felt like, oh man, I got to make something. They say that, they prepping for Black Friday. I got to prep. I got to bring out something. It's like, no, you don't.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't. It's your business. You the CEO. You decide. So I'm not doing it this year.
I'm in a season of like re-strategizing and ironing out, to your point, like what next year is going to look like overall. It could be, there's potential for a complete overhaul of this business. And as I wrap up the year, I'm leaning into collaboration, right? So built a curriculum for a buddy of mine, partnering with him on an event that's coming up on the 20th. So like I'm leaning into collaborations and partnerships.
Same. Same, very much so.
Figure out what's the right strategy to move my business into the future. So that's what I'm on this year.
So I have to echo what you're saying. Collaboration and partnerships is definitely something that I'm leaning into for 2025. I leaned in it for this one, but I had to find out who was best for me to partner with. Yeah. So I didn't jump out the window with it because it's like I don't want to partner with just anybody. So I had to decide who's the best person for me to partner with, who are the best people. And I even, of course, asked Chad, this is what I do, this is what I'm trying to do. Who do you think would be the best people for me to build partnerships or collaborations with? And so, not that I follow everything they say, but sometimes you say something, you're like, you know what? I didn't think about that, but you kind of right. So, you know what? Like sometimes, Chad don't miss. So that's something I've definitely been leaning into as I go out to different events and thinking about those businesses and finding more about what they do. I'm thinking, how can we partner? How can we collaborate? Because doing it by yourself is going to take you much longer to get it done. It's just, you have to make sure that partner still mean money. Because for some people, partner means we partnering, nobody making no money. We just partnering for the love of it. And I'm here for it. And I'm very passionate about what I do, but I volunteer regularly.
Yes.
I have people like I'm doing a free session next Wednesday for a nonprofit. So I already have my social responsibility policy. I have my nonprofits that I've partnered with that I already do sessions for. I don't need to have a big plethora of them because then I have no time to do things and my business is going to shut down.
Yeah. Money got to move.
It got to move. It has to, because the platform we on right now, it's not free.
I'm canceling. Well, I'm going back down to the free service.
So, and we can go ahead and let you chime in, and then that's what we'll go to next. All of these subscription companies who are changing and raising their prices so high. So that'll be the next thing we'll get into, why I'm being strategic about my 2025. So what are you doing? Like, but I guess you went first. You talked about your Black Friday and how.
Yeah.
So I guess you kind of went first. But yeah, going into the subscriptions, a lot of the companies are going up, and I understand, like StreamYard got bought by somebody else. Different companies are being bought out and purchased, so they got to make up their money. They got to operate for their business the same way we do. But I gotta go.
Yeah,
gotta go, and I gotta see what works for my business. Relook at my business budget. How much am I putting out every month in these subscriptions, and am I using them? Is it helping me accomplish my goal? Because if it's not, chopping block
for the price too. Because there's an AI tool that I purchased earlier this year will be canceled coming next year, because I've paid like $400 some for this AI tool. Thinking, because I met them at FinCon and I was like, oh man, it's an awesome tool. Nobody else was out there doing it. The only other people that were doing it, but their tools were too clunky. It wasn't user friendly. So that's why I paid for them. Shortly after that, obviously, came across somebody else. It was like, oh yeah, just use Headliner using Eddie. And I'm like, you mean to tell me I could have been doing this for free? Right. For free. So I'm like, I'm still using the credits, but at this point, I'm like, you know what? It's a loss. It was an education learned. I got what I needed out of it, which is what are the possibilities of a podcast and how to streamline that process. So now I'm like, I'm going for all free stuff for come 2025. I can't even say what year it is. And then from that, see what conferences I'm cutting back, because again, that's a subscription.
This year, you already know that, Anthony. I cut back on the conferences this year because
like that's another subscription. If you really think about it,
it's an expensive.
It's an expensive subscription, but it's about like $2 I'll say minimum, because you're thinking about travel, you're thinking about your food, and then any type of entertainment you're going to do because of Ubers and back and forth. And then on top of that, obviously the price of the conference might be enticing because they right. Yeah, the hotel too. Yeah. So 200.
You got to add another thing to your budget.
What?
Drinks.
Oh, you know what? That's a whole line item on something. That's personal credit. Okay, that's my personal tax. So anyway, but because I had a calculator. I was like, even though I'm getting the hotel for free, because FinCon, by the time I'm getting ready for FinCon, I got enough credit card points. I'm getting the hotel for free.
Mhm.
So, but the thing about it though is just like the flights are free because I'm able to use my points for that too. So to get in there and lodging, I got that covered. But then it's additional conferences that people see me at, and they was like, "Oh man, we want you to be here," and I'm like, "Oh great, are you going to pay?"
Right.
So
You
you
got a
know,
ticket?
I'll be
You
speaking
got
at
one of them tickets over there?
right. So like even one of them for next year, Afros and Audio, shout out to them. For Black content creators, but their conference is $200 per ticket right now. I'm like, it's only a 2-day conference.
Mhm.
I'm going to FinCon, which is a 3 to 4 day conference, $400.
Same. Yeah, that's why I bought
So
a ticket. That's why I got a ticket.
right,
Yeah.
you can't beat that.
But you did notice they're switching. It's not going to be as long next year.
It's not as long. They're not running into the weekend because a lot of people were complaining about the Saturdays because they got kids and kids events and stuff like that. It's still during school season in September.
Mhm.
So a lot of people don't even stay to Saturday a lot. I've noticed that even this year. A lot of people rolled out on Saturday.
Gotcha.
I rolled out Saturday like midday because I was like, there ain't nothing really happened afterwards. And so much so that they realized it that they even announced the new tickets midday. They didn't even wait until the light. Remember how last year they waited to the
That's
party?
true. That's true. Normally you don't find out to the end.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's conferences. I think conferences and summits for me next year will probably be a thing. I do make some investments in because I want to establish more of a firm presence on a different type of scale. But I'm looking at more like global events than local or national stuff. So
Okay,
we'll
Mr.
Let
see.
me know what
International.
events you go to, because some of them are, let me know what events you go to, because that's what I'm looking to do too. I'm looking to go to global.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. But before we even get to next year, we got gala season.
I'm already in gala season. I've already been to 2.
We in it.
I
Right
got
now.
one Saturday. Yeah, I already been to 2
Nice.
of them, and I got another one Saturday.
Did you do any other golf events too?
I went to the women's golf event, but I did that like last month.
So I did one of them. Had a good time volunteering over there. I'm not a golfer.
I'm not either, but I had a ball, and they had a PGA golfer
What?
as one of our teachers. I had a
I
ball.
tell you, I was rolling that golf cart like it wasn't nothing.
John Tilton, he was our one of our teachers. He was a PGA golfer before. He was good.
Listen, I was rolling all through the front 9, back 9. I'm all over the place, hollering at people like, "Y'all need some sandwiches? Got some sandwiches?"
So
They
ours
hit
was,
no balls, but you stayed inside the car.
ours was a golf clinic. So it was literally to teach us how to play golf. So we had 3 different stations with 3 different types of clubs. So to teach us how to do 3 different type of.
See, I like that. Okay.
It was nice.
That's a good play.
Mhm.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. That's the golf clinics and golf events and the galas. Like,
So I need you to tell me so we can start sharing when I see something. Well, you already know where I'm going this Saturday, but I'll tell you about other ones that I go to. They having a cook-off this Sunday. It's some annual event they have. I'm not going though.
okay. All right.
But it's a cook-off this weekend. It's the Gentle Gents or something like that. It's 200 cooks. That's supposed to be. That's a cook-off they have every year.
That's a bet.
Yeah, I'm actually creating a folder right now to get ready for planning out 2025.
That's the way to do it, man. So just get ahead of it. It come like this stuff happens every year, and it's just about being intentional about where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
So for me, what I'm doing to plan for 2025, like I said, looking at subscriptions. So I'm looking at like my budget. What have I been spending on? What am I keeping and taking into 2025? What am I not? I'm looking at my email analytics to see, like, looking at open rates. I'm looking at growth. I'm looking at stagnant email subscribers that got to go.
I remember you telling me about it. How's that been? Have you started cutting people yet?
I've been cut people. I cut people regularly, always. I do.
Love it. I love it.
No, I do it on purpose because it keeps the integrity of my list. My
Mhm.
list grows slower, of course, but I also go in there because I was on that. My newsletter was in time, like on
Mhm.
time. The article, like in their blog. So I get a lot
Oh.
of random international people from the Philippines where their name is like gibberish. So I go and at least maybe once every other week and delete them out.
Okay.
Mm.
So I'm constantly like verifying the integrity of my list.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm doing that. I'm looking at my email sequences to see where people drop off. I'm looking at sales processes. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? So that I can make changes going into the new year. What have I improved on? Like I have been working on my sales process even before I moved. So now I'm looking like, okay, I got this down. Okay, what's the next phase I need to be working on? I'm working on what changes am I making to my programming? How much am I increasing my prices? I updated my speaking page this weekend. So I updated my media kit. What new logos got to go on there?
That
What new
one.
videos? I switched the short form content that I have on my media kit to give upgraded content. So that's all to me like that end of year stuff to do because you get to the new year. I need those new to the Northeast tri-state. Yeah, they went to Oregon. They did, but I'm gonna go to Alaska after FinCon. I already booked my cruise.
So go.
Hey.
I did. So I had time to pay for it.
Well,
So
Yeah,
like
it's best to do it now.
FinCon ends the 12th. I'm leaving on the 13th.
Yep.
But
about
yeah,
it.
so those are a lot of the things like that I'm working on. And I had a webinar on October 22nd. And after that webinar, I haven't been making much content. These are the type of things that I've been focusing on and doing. So like this weekend, it was my media kit and my speaking page. Like I redesigned the whole thing. Next, I'm gonna do my services page. You know, all of those things as I'm out here putting out there and bringing traffic to it, making sure that it stays up to date, links still work, all those things.
Yeah, so because coming across the just looking at far as the subscriptions, the conferences and stuff like that, now it's like, how am I going to show up? Still represent myself. Because I was even looking at like my business cards. Like I tell everybody I'm still for business cards because I'm heavily writing on them, because when I get home and I got all these digital contacts on my phone, I'm like, it doesn't say where you met this person unless you like got time to put the note in, and my phone be
I have,
dying half the
I have
time.
okay, I was gonna say I got a suggestion for you.
What's up?
Why don't you make a Google Drive sheet?
Yeah, you can make a Google Drive sheet. I'm saying
It's
like
something
after
you can make a note, or you put a note on the back of the card.
I put a note on the back of the card, because if we are mid talk, you know what I'm saying, I just go down and write it down right quick
Gotcha.
and have continue the conversation.
That's a
And
good system.
so go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's a good system. Like,
Yeah, and then when I come home and I add them to my email list, I tag them from the conference and what I met them at, and then I have an email that will go out to them and saying like, "Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you at this. These are the things that I talk about, and this is my newsletter. I'm just saying like, hey, I added you to my newsletter. These are the things that I talk about. I will look forward to talking to you. If you want to be a guest on my show, here's the link." And I just want to say welcome. And during that time, they have time to unsubscribe from my newsletter immediately, because they'll have the unsubscribe link in there. And so when they get that newsletter, I don't want them. I'd rather for them to unsubscribe early than unsubscribe later. And then
agreed.
plus some of the people that I have their business cards for, I wrote on the back, "Hey, follow up for being a guest on the show," because they said specifically they wanted to be on my show. So I can reach out to those people directly and say like, "Hey, you say you want to be on my show, FinCon, cool, here's my schedule. And let's rock with it that way." So I can do those 8 people individually, and I can tag them and say like, "Hey, want to be a guest on the show," and go that way. So that's my system. Like I'm slowly building it. It's getting better, but I think this what works best for me.
But you know what it is too? It's probably because the difference. And so with me, when I'm meeting people and I'm getting that card, it's because I'm jumping on a call with them later, or I need to follow up. And when I follow up, I'm sending them a link to jump on my calendar because I'm trying to consult with them.
Gotcha.
So that, and what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking the Google Drive is I don't plan to be the person to do the follow up. So I'm creating a system that I have this spreadsheet, I create these columns, I put the note of how I met them. Whoever's doing it, they know what to put in the email.
For the follow-up.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So only time I'm talking to them is when they on my calendar and I have somebody else doing the rest. So one of my goals is to hire a marketing and operations assistant, operations and marketing assistant. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm setting things up like that. So when I get that person, all I gotta do is, this is the spreadsheet. Whenever I go to an event, all I got to do is go where they left off at, highlight them as they complete them, and shoot out those emails, add them to my list, and then put them on my calendar. You know what I mean? Well, they won't have to, because they're going to follow the link and they can put on my calendar once they send them the email. Yep. Now I'm taking myself out of the process.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, because I'm tired.
That's something I'll probably look into for 2025 is
and then
how to outsource it.
Yes, also, you know what I mean? So it's like you're not booking sales calls. So it's a reason why you want to put down like what topic they talking about. Like, so yeah, I feel like your system works for you. That's why I just made to mention, like, that's why my system's different, because I'm trying to do something different.
So Ernest, what's your system at conference?
Yeah, what you do?
So I've been using Blink, which is a digital business card, which is really convenient, nice. You just scan the QR code, you know, make you feel real fancy.
Yeah, I got hi, hello.
Yeah. So the challenge that I ran into, I didn't realize, like once I have them scan my QR code, they can send me their contact information. Mm-hmm. But the way that system is set up, it just goes into Blink. Like it doesn't come to.
That's interesting.
Right. And so I was like,
save it into your contacts at all?
So now I just realized this.
You have to download it from.
So now I'm going into Blink like, who are all these people? So now, but like, it's like, oh, but it's a step in the process I didn't know I needed to take.
Do they put a timestamp on when they sign up? Because I'm thinking about far as like your conferences, if you got, because like I had back-to-back conferences. Like I had a Saturday conference, and then right after that I had to fly down to Georgia to FinCon. And so I got mixed cards. So I was like, good thing I wrote on them to say where the heck they were.
Yes, that's why I say it's a good system. Yeah.
So it's dated.
So
does it have a note section that you can put a note in there?
Yeah.
So the way it works is they send me their contact information. Mm-hmm. I believe they can add a note to what they send to me, but they would need to do that intentionally. You know what I mean?
You can tell them though.
Yeah,
when
tell them
to you tell them what to put on there.
Yeah.
I like that. That.
Yeah.
I had one lady,
but you're just doing the virtual version.
I had one lady at the golf event I went to who was like, I take selfies.
Smart.
She's smart. She's smart.
So boom, we take a selfie, and then she sent me a text message with the selfie.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
that's how players do. Like that's what players do.
I do that with Instagram, because if I'm taking a photo right quick, I was like, hey, what's your Insta right quick? I'll just send you the message so you know it's me, and then do it that way. So that's another option. If they don't have like a business card or something to give me, I'll take a photo and then put a note like, hey, met at FinCon, wanted to be a guest on the show or whatever. And that would be, so when I go look at my phone, like, who the heck is this messaging me?
Yeah, you got to have some type of system that works for you. And that's why I love that we're all sharing different systems, because different people minds work different ways. Different people need them. So these are 3 different viable systems. Like, you see that, like, that somebody can use when they're out, and maybe they didn't use one of them. They're like, oh, I like that. So I love that we had 3 different systems, but they all work. They all do the same thing.
100%.
Yeah,
I gotta rethink the whole selfie thing. I can't have my wife looking at my phone like, who is all these people?
Oh yeah, see, that might be a little dangerous for you.
Man,
you can't come over here, so you might need to.
I be like, my wife.
You can't take no more selfies.
My wife know I go to concerts.
I didn't think about that, but that's a good point though. Why you got all these random pictures?
It's real spicy. Like you was real comfortable in this selfie. What was that about?
Y'all shoulders look like they rubbing. Look like y'all shoulders rubbing together.
Well, I make sure people hold their tags up, so I'll be like, hey, like it's not.
The man giving the game right there. The man giving the game. Yeah.
So you don't get that phone call, Ernest. I got you.
Yeah,
Right.
we're trying to help you out.
My man.
Don't you catch no domestics
Right.
up in here.
You get all these tags in the back. I'm like, hey.
Come on now.
If not, you bring your own damn tag and hold it up.
Right.
That's it.
Oh, that's another thing I really want to do for next year. Somebody, I'm gonna show you right quick if I don't knock everything over.
Please don't.
Somebody came up with these, like the bottom of the tags, and so they say let's be podcast friends. Now, Tank is actually a company's brand, and I was like, they gave these out, and I was like, I always like the little tags at the bottom of your conference joints, and I was like, I want one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want one in green,
Of course.
and just say let's talk about that wallet. Boom. Everybody get a little taggy
That's
tag,
perfect.
and then I can scan around, be like, okay, I already talked to that person.
Hey.
They already know. Like if they say they want to be a guest on the show, okay, that person.
My man. And then they gonna be asking each other like, "Oh, you got the green, yeah."
Right? You got to sign up to be a guest on the show. That's how you get it.
You could even go a step further and put your guest link in a QR code.
Ooh.
And put that on there. So then people can scan the QR code and they can get right onto your calendar. Boom.
Right. I didn't need to figure out where the heck to get these. So
yeah, I would say AliExpress. I mean, that's what I would say.
Oh, yeah, I can't use them for where I work at.
Them?
For where I work at.
Oh yeah, that might be a problem.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Amazon. I can try Amazon custom. Hey, even Etsy. Somebody do it.
It's Googleable. We know that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you need a friend to order it for you. I don't know if that's possible. I could order.
Yeah, I can have a friend to do it.
Yeah,
I just can't do it.
Understandably, I understand. Trust me.
Oh, and one of the things I'm doing too next year is I'm trying to outsource. Because my trademark or my branding is already done, so it's a registered trademark. So what I'm doing now is trying to see if I can get it on lanyards for conferences, because when you look at these lanyards, it's somebody else's name on these joints.
Okay, yeah.
So
Always.
I'm trying to get my name on
Mediavine has a lot of them. Like Mediavine, I've seen them on a lot of them.
Yeah. So it's like, why not my name? Why not my podcast? I ain't gotta be there. I was like, hey, how many do you need? I'll send those as a donation.
Those you definitely need somebody to order for you, because you don't want to pay Amazon prices to get enough of those for conference attendees. That's
for 200 for the places I was even looking at, for 250, you're still looking at about $200. So it's like $1 for each one. Which is still not bad, but considering that you're getting the brand awareness from that price, and I'm like, as much money I'm saving for these subscriptions, I could pay some lanyards. I was like, hey, for your conference, get some custom lanyards.
They be having like thousands of people.
They do.
I'm going for the small ones, okay? So small.
Like my dollar signs just
right.
Like the Price is Right wheel.
Well, your expectations. Everybody just.
But also, if I can get a sponsorship from like another company, like, hey, your logo can go with my logo, and we can double up, because you can do 2 logos on them joints side by side. You know what I'm saying? So we can work it out. I'll figure it out.
I like that idea though. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because you can do it inside and outside. I think they got an inside-outside option.
Mm-hmm. What are you working on doing for 2025, Ernest? No, you're fine. You're fine. Because I don't think he said, like you said, you're looking at 2025, but you didn't say like what.
Yeah. Well, the global,
what he'd be doing. You said the global conferences.
Yeah. So that's like for brand awareness, somewhat, but more so to like engage a global community around this work of social enterprise, philanthropy. Like I want to do a deeper dive and connect with people who are engaged at that level, right? And really figure out what it looks and feels like for me to sort of operate in that space. And so, and it's tough to answer the question, because I'm also seriously considering not just a rebrand, but a restructure of this business looks like. in terms of like what type of services to provide, what types of products to offer.
Well, that's it right there, though. Like that's what you're doing.
Yeah. So how do we operate in 2025, and how do we engage these spaces that give us access to a new scale of engagement?
Okay. I like it. Have you talked about goals? Any of y'all thought about like your goals for 2025?
I'm actually writing up my my sheet now for 2025. I haven't put in. Well, actually, that's why I got to drop in like 5 minutes because I got to get on a 9 o'clock call to talk about my goals for 2025.
Okay.
From business perspective.
So let's just give tips before we end the live. What type of tips do y'all have for someone like looking to set their 2025 goals?
ChatGPT.
I mean, you can use ChatGPT, but you still got to give him some information about what you currently do now.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, where's the starting point for it to set these goals for you?
So when I think goals, like SMART goals comes to mind, right? Like that's usually the first thing that pops in my head. Is it a SMART goal? But make sure your goals are qualitative and quantitative, right? Make sure they have numbers and dates attached to them. Make sure that it's actually aligned with what you want to be doing. Don't set yourself up for work that doesn't align with who you want to be and what you want to be doing. I think those are a couple of things that I would caution toward. But as long as you are being intentional and writing it down, you're on the right path.
Yeah, I write my goals down too. I do a vision board every year.
Well, I just asked ChatGPT to write me one for 2025 because it already knows.
Yeah, it knows your history.
Yeah.
So
So it says by December 2025, this is just a goal summary. By December 2025, increase About That Water podcast listenership by 30% and drive 20% of listeners to engage with financial resources or event. And supporting the sandwich generation with relevant financial guidance, workshops, and events. Now, because that is something I do want to do as a goal, is to create an actual event / workshop next year. So I've been working on like my presence, my recording, and stuff like that. Hey, my cousin is on here. What up, cuz?
Hey, cuz.
Cousin.
What it do, cuz?
Right, see, we got some ad horns up in here. It's like,
Ernest, are you on YouTube?
Not right now. But I put the link on my Facebook page.
Yeah. Okay, because somebody asked, were you on YouTube in the chat, in the comments? That's why.
Oh, do I have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Pancakes from Scratch.
And I know you have it on LinkedIn. So.
Of course.
Yeah, Lisa asked.
Yeah, Lisa's good people.
Yeah, I thought I was subscribed to her already. I wasn't. I went and subscribed to her.
Yeah, she just hit her 4K.
I saw that when I went on there that she had 4K. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah. So Pancakes from Scratch podcast at @E_Howard Co is the handle if you're looking for me on YouTube or Instagram. That's me.
Yep. So sorry guys, I gotta drop, but man, it's awesome. Always catching up with you guys, and definitely see you guys later.
Yes.
For sure. Y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate you.
All right.